All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 24th of June edition of the Biweekly SIG Contributor Experience meeting. Please be advised that this meeting is under the Code of Conduct of the Kubernetes project, which in short means be excellent to your fellow attendees and your fellow speakers. We already did the introduction round. If anyone else wants to introduce themselves, you can always do at any given point in time. I will do a quick thing for the recording. Hi, I'm Mario. I am one of the SIG ContribEx co-chairs. And I work for Kubernetes. Pronouns are he, him, and I'm also involved in some cost reporting in SIG Infra and some other parts of the project. And yes, first up is events. And it's the first time that I don't...
am not directly involved. Yes.
Yes.
This is progress. Yeah. So, by the way, for anybody who's unaware, so we have our sort of proto team. We've put selecting the full team on hold until more people have an idea of whether or not they're going to make it. Oh, so sorry, let me back up. I'm talking specifically about Kubernetes activities at KubeCon North America. We do not have any kind of coherent plan for KubeCon Japan, nor are expecting to form one, maybe next year. But for KubeCon North America, sort of making our general plans, we've decided putting off forming the full team because we've discovered that most people don't know whether or not they're going to Salt Lake City yet. And there's a number of volunteer positions that really require on-site presence. And what we were getting was a lot of volunteers who were saying, well, I'm not going to be there, but I can do offsite stuff, which is great, but it doesn't quite fill out the team. Which means we've been proceeding sort of ad hoc with the two things that need to be done now, namely kiosk arrangements and the awards. For kiosk arrangements, kiosk and PR, technically, although we don't really expect people, we have a form out there. We've pinged all of the SIG leads in multiple ways, etc., for people to submit stuff. We've also coordinated with TIN at the CNCF on that side. And that's due on July 18th, I think. And we already have 3 SIGs, or mostly actually sub-projects under the umbrella of a SIG, asking for stuff. So, which is about what we're expecting, because most of the Kubernetes SIGs and sub-projects have not done kiosks in the past. So, for awards, we're just getting that team together. It'll be led by Mars because he has the experience, but with him training someone else.
All right. I believe the survey already been sent out for the awards?
Yes.
I think so. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. It was sent to the mailing lists. Yeah, we used the Slack bot for it. We brought it up in Contribs and Tech Leads meeting. So if anybody doesn't know about it at this point, I don't know that we can reach them.
All right. I mean, we are still way better organized than last year.
Well, part of it helps, honestly, that this year, the way the calendar has fallen out is that the bigger gap is between Europe and North America, so it gives us more lead time to do this.
I think we should start earlier for Europe because the gap between North America and Europe will again be smaller. I think it's only 4
and we'll have winter holidays in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Is the Maintainer Summit CFP open? I haven't seen any announcements.
Yes. Yes, Maintainer Summit CFP is open, and I believe also Maintainer Summit KubeCon and a CFP and registration is open, if I am not mistaken. Yes.
Okay, so we need to do some comms for that. So I think maybe at this point it's time for us, because that is offsite people, so we can actually fill out the rest of our comms team. Because the comms team is all offsite people, technically.
I will.
Could you say that again? The comms you said. Could you say that again? The comms needed.
Oh, well, if Maintainer Summit, one of our jobs as the KubeCon Kubernetes event state, right, is to remind our community of deadlines and things. For the ones we care about, and that includes Maintainer Summit. So,
CFP and registration so far.
Yeah, the particularly because CNCF has not been particularly good about getting out announcements. So
yeah. Thank you.
We didn't do it last time, but I'll add it to the comms plan for the Maintainer Summit, and I'll send it out today.
Oh, wait, you're here. Yeah. I think we should go ahead. I think we can go ahead and pick our comms teams, because those don't require any on-site people, and we have plenty of volunteers. And then we'll just wait on some of the other positions like meet and greet, where we have not had on-site volunteers.
Yeah.
And the only reason why we didn't announce the CFP in the communication for Europe was because the CFP was already closed once we started doing communication.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, because like I said, when we got started, it was kind of late. And the first comm that went out was about registering for the Maintainer Summit.
Yeah.
We didn't talk anything about the CFPs.
Yeah.
What time, what day is the CFP closing? Does anyone know? Well, I'm sure someone knows.
There's a link in the...
Yeah.
CFP.
We can get it from the page,
Is it July 12th?
No, that's Maintainer Track.
Okay.
CFP closes July 19th.
Which is something we should put in, which is also something we should remind people about.
Okay. I'll make sure we add two more things. We'll do July 12th for the Maintainer Track, as well as Lightning Talks. And then July 19th for the Maintainer Summit.
Yeah. So one thing I was expecting by KubeCon North America that we wouldn't have ContribFest anymore, because the event staff had made noises about doing away with them. But I see from project opportunities that ContribFests are still a thing. Now, one of the things that I didn't do, because I was expecting them to go away, is I didn't bring up the matter of making Kubernetes SIGs eligible for ContribFests. We didn't used to be eligible because we had the Kubernetes Contributor Summit, but we don't have the Kubernetes Contributor Summit anymore. So if I have the approval of the SIG, I can go ahead and raise that.
I think we talked about this last time, and the problem was that I don't wanted to decide it because I was alone.
Yes.
Which brings us to the same situation, and what I will do is that I will raise this as a discussion in the leads channel. Because otherwise it's not working anymore.
Because I don't know that we have SIGs that are prepared to run a contributor onboarding event at KubeCon, but I also do, but we might. And if we do, they should have the opportunity, or at least they should have the opportunity to be in the lottery to have the opportunity, which is more what it really is, since there's only 4 ContribEx slots in the whole schedule. So, although that might potentially, yes, actually. I mean, it would be the same kind of slot.
Yeah. And we talked about that. I think that would make sense.
Yeah. And that might be the other alternatives. We just do the in-person NCO. But it does feel like we should open a discussion with the staff before they've allocated all their slots. Because once they've done a schedule, it's going to be too late. So yeah. Okay, so that's everything for KubeCon that I know of.
Which is already a lot.
So did we already put in something for the maintainer track?
Oh, right.
I know we had written. I know we had written something.
Yeah, for this SIG we have not.
I thought we had written something for it.
Yes, it's just that it haven't been submitted.
Okay.
But yes, it's written.
Okay.
It's my fault that I haven't shared to all of you.
Okay.
Like I just shared the document with Kathleen, but I mean, I think I should have. But as only chairs and tech leads are allowed to submit it, like who will be the best person to share that?
Kathleen is basically would be the best person because she will be at KubeCon North America as I won't be at KubeCon North America.
Yeah.
And the deadline always like half
July
like
12th.
mid-July 12th? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Is she on vacation?
Yeah, but if it's written, we should go ahead and
No,
He's traveling.
Traveling.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But yes, I'm keeping track of that now.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I know we had written it a bit ago, and then I just wasn't sure who was going to be responsible for actually submitting it.
Yeah.
So far it's Kathleen.
Okay.
But I mean, to be honest, 12th of July is the date to hand in the talk, as we all know.
Okay.
But don't, we're going to say don't wait for the deadline because stuff happens, right?
Yeah. Which brings me up, if anyone wants to, if any one of you wants to submit for Open Source Summit Europe, today is the deadline.
Oh wow.
Travel not approved.
Thanks for the reminder. Yeah, I'm submitting something.
Okay.
All right. Next topic is mentoring. Is there any current topic around mentoring?
I think just updates like I think we're gonna have progress on the like new contributor spotlights. We want to do one for Kashish to share her experience with the progress she has made and make a post out of it. And yeah, that's the only thing. And I think adding 6 will be a good initiative for NCOs, especially for like if we are able to join efforts with dogs and us, that could be good.
I have a question about adding 6 to the NCO. Is it 6 specific, like I contribute in cluster API and that belongs to cluster lifecycle. So I can conduct an NCO session regarding that because there's a lot of scope for contribution there. We are actively looking for people to come and take up bugs, enhancements, things like that.
You said you're part of it? That's it?
Yeah, I mean, in a way, I am the release comms team lead for cluster API for this release, and last release I was a shadow, so I've been doing a lot of work around that.
Please check that Slack channel.
Sure, I will, yeah.
And send a message like introducing yourself, and I think we could with the team we could discuss that further. If you could, so you could like they could include you for the upcoming one.
Okay, thank you.
And yes, it would be exactly like this. So basically, you would do a NCO about this. What also helps, and this is something that unfortunately did not work in the past very well, is before every NCO month, we try to ping leads to get like what are good first tasks, or where to start, or where specific SIGs are looking for help, because this is part of the default NCO deck. But the feedback from the SIGs itself was limited. So would also be good to just drop this information in the NCO channel. All right. Anything else regarding mentoring or NCO? If not, let's continue to...
Hey, so I had a question.
Yes.
So I like recently joined this SIG. So I just wanted to know, how can I help the community, or how can I help you guys with any of my effort?
Have you attended a new contributor orientation meeting before?
No.
That is basically when you look in YouTube, in the Kubernetes channel of in YouTube, there are recordings of the new contributor orientation meetings that basically give you an overview of how the project is structured, how everyone is doing.
Yeah, I have attended that meet. I was talking about contribute experience, like this SIG especially.
Yeah. So basically, this meeting that we are having today is more like it's a status update meeting, and there are sometimes tasks are popping up in this meeting, or things that need to be done. And basically, that's the best place then to raise your hand. Also, usually in comms, in the comms sub project, there is some stuff that is being mentioned where you can start contributing. So basically, best effort in the beginning is attend this meeting, listen to what are the different topics that are being worked on. Then usually there are some calls for help or calls for support, and then you can basically jump on those. That's, I think, the best way to start. There's not like a specific list of to-dos that we just work from top to bottom, because it's a lot of stuff that is happening parallel, and also a lot of times some pre-knowledge is required. But in time, you get into this. But it's not so that I can basically throw a task at you and say, like, fix this.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's not that easy.
It took me a while to understand that. I like to say, like, choose your own battle, right, Mario?
Yeah. Was this question answered, Himanshu?
Can you repeat?
Was your question answered with this?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Then next is comms. Is there anybody from comms here?
Yes, there is. Hi, folks. So busy meeting last week in comms. Let's see. We're trying to find more blog reviewers still, but
we made progress, I think, right?
Well, some, I think. We had a couple of volunteers in our last meeting.
I think it's gonna get better.
Yeah. And Kashish made a start on writing blog editor handbook. It's just a start.
Nice.
It needs some help, because like she's relatively new, and so when it comes to filling in the things about how you make editorial decisions, it's kind of blank. As you would expect from somebody who's actually new to doing it.
Kind of great she got that started.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, and I don't make it to the comms meeting most of the time, is that one of the things that's a kind of a chronic problem in terms of making the reviews happen efficiently is just it's very hard to keep track of which things are at which stage. I mean, there is the sort of project page there, but it's got a lot of information in it. And that's already been, acknowledged as a problem, because the problem is that some blogs go through multiple stages of review, particularly if they're going to be published on both blogs, and a bunch of other things.
Yes. And then we had a fortunate blunder. Christopher, did you want to comment on that, or you want me to?
Which one?
The .io thing.
I want to skip that topic. If
That's fine.
Wait, we didn't.
I have something more important
nothing's
to share.
happening. Nothing's happening.
We didn't sit on comms on that, did we?
No, we did not.
I mean,
okay.
The whole thing is there had been a discussion, and yes, I remembered. I forgot that the outcome was there was no outcome regarding to update people. What is this all about? Because of some states in the world moving ownership, or some parts of the world moving ownership, IO is no longer a country domain technically, and there is the chance that the IO domain will vanish from the side of the world. If someone wants to read more about this, just Google status of IO domains and domain ownership. So there's the chance that the IO domain will vanish in the future. It is a slim chance, but it is potentially there. There has no decision been made. And once there is a decision being made, you have 5 years until the domain will vanish. So we have not even entered the 5-year period.
Yeah,
the main problem, honestly, is also not our Kubernetes IO domain. The main problem that we have is API and so on and so forth. That are the way bigger challenges if something like this comes around.
Mm-hmm.
But we still have, if a decision will be made, and as far as I read all of the discussion, and a decision is earliest made in 2030, or no, 2027 is comes the contract that moves the country, the land parts in place, and I believe then it's until 2030 where ICANN needs to do a decision. So technically, it will hit us 2035. And to be honest, we have more pressing topics now until then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just, Tim is actually pushing for just writing if they make the announcement, here's what happens next sort of sheet. We'll see if we actually get around to doing that.
Yeah, I talked to Tim this week about it, and
yeah.
The
thing is, there are some loose ends that would be nice to document, right? Like some of us are squatting on alternate domains that we can use.
Exactly.
And it would be nice to actually just write that up somewhere so that it's all in one place.
I also know for a fact, because this came up as a trademark violation, that CNCF is owner of the trademark, because a company in a European country has taken Kubernetes.de and used it for marketing, which is obviously a trademark violation. And basically CNCF got it back. So even if something like this is happening, there are ways to get other domains.
Yes. And I've even given domains I've squatted on to the CNCF before. So there's a process for that.
Yeah. Okay, good to see you.
Bye, Era.
Thanks, folks. Bye-bye.
All right. Anything else in comms that we need to talk about?
Little update on blogs. There's a new spotlight which is coming is for KCDs.
Yeah.
I'm running the one in New York, so Kashish is like has had the idea. I'm helping her writing one for New York. I connected with one of the organizers, connected her with one of the organizers in KCD in Mexico. And if any of you know any of the organizers or are organizers for KCDs, that would be really good to write about that. That's all.
Wait, there's a KCD Mexico now?
Yeah, it happened already in Guadalajara.
Oh, Guadalajara, the Guadalajara one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Quick note, for LWKD, we've promoted 2 new editors, people who've already been contributing to it, and have had very high quality output. And part of the idea is to allow some of us to rotate off, which currently isn't possible. So hopefully that will go well. I mean, I keep trying to actually rotate off. Let's see.
We should make a bet, and basically you bet when you're rotating off, and then everyone else can also bet when you're rotating off, and then we after 5 years when we move the IO, when we
somebody
move the
fire
IO
up
domain.
Polymarket. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
except LWKDs and LWKD.info won't be affected.
All right. That's it for comms, I guess. Next up is
yeah.
All right.
Oh, I was just gonna say one thing really quick. So
yes,
the working group device management spotlight. So I was told by Tim that it's supposed to be going out this week sometime. So I guess we'll look out for that. I'll let you guys know when it's posted.
Okay. An LWKD thing that came up right now, we have a writer who's going to be taking care of this because they're also involved with the blog. But one of the things that we have not had on the list to automatically include in the past has been when we publish things like spotlights, to have a link. So probably we'll be adding that as a role to LWKD, maybe bundling with the shout outs, because those are both low demand things.
Awesome.
All right. Next up is contributor documentation.
Is this a thing separate from the website at this point?
I mean,
it should
it
all
was.
be in
the contributor
website.
guide was a thing.
Yeah, and it's still there, but I mean, I guess it's one of those things that would be lovely to assign somebody to if we had somebody to assign to it.
Okay, Yogi Berra.
Yeah.
Christopher, what PRs do we need to review?
There's a few for styling issues.
Yeah.
I prefer to add the links.
Yeah, can you put them in the notes, because then
it's better. Yeah.
Yes.
It's just that there are a few.
Yeah. I'm really backlogged on website approvals. And actually wouldn't mind holding like a one-off triage meeting, because at this point, I'm trying to figure out the order of approving a lot of the things that are changing styles and updating versions and everything else.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'll ping you in the Slack channel and let's see if we can have just like a one-off triage meeting.
Yeah, I thought I was a contributor site approver too. I'm trying to
probably
see.
Are.
Yeah.
I think you are.
So yeah, I can review all these too, unless you just want to wait, Josh.
Well, I was thinking of doing this soon.
Okay.
Those are the smallest ones.
Yeah, well, we've got what's his name just managed to do all of the things to make a Hugo upgrade possible, I think.
Oh yeah, that's actually that the upgrade to Hugo 091 was in place yesterday.
Oh, okay. Somebody already
Oh,
merged it?
great.
Yes. So and he's gonna work on the one for 0.10, I guess.
Okay.
Soon. It's not
Okay.
yet ready. I think that version doesn't include the features needed for dark mode,
Mhm.
but I mean we're making progress.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, we're getting traction in the website definitely. A few people ping it to be a shadow, but I don't know their names.
Mhm. It'd be
Oh,
great to have more people.
and there's some. So I've been this yesterday. I was discussing with docs for localization. Uh, in summary, it was a long discussion, but in summary, SIG docs will be the localization docs will be a guide or something that will like they should be parity between ours and theirs, but SIG docs localization teams, especially for English, will have zero involvement in our project. So basically, everyone who is a reviewer or approver or SIG chair or tech lead for SIG ContribEx is a localization for English member, and that's what I added to the those PRs. So also I will add links for you for you guys that are approvers and reviewers to check. Did I explain myself well?
Wait, so are we merging any of the localization stuff or not?
It's ready for the tech, like the doxy aspects of it. That's the PR.
Okay.
I'm gonna add a new section. Localization. So this is like let's call it Hugo configs for having localization in English. But there's some, we call it governance part of it, and so for setting owners of those files. And that's where I involved SIGDocs in the conversation. And we had some discussion in the SIGDocs meeting, and that's our conclusion so far. Let me find the other link. Mhm. So yeah, check that out when you guys have time.
Okay.
That's all for me.
YouTube. Unless, oh wait, moderation of media. Sorry.
Yeah, Zoom, I can go and give a quick update on Zoom. I'm again talking to LFX folks. Apparently this is still something that needs to be discussed, is that everyone will have admin in Kubernetes if we add Kubernetes, which means that I can't do it like they have it now. But this is also a feature request by multiple ones. I created a feature request with CNCF folks, they forwarded this to LF folks, and then we need to see what comes out of LF. That's the update.
So I know we're gonna have LFX anytime soon, but will we change the guideline? Because that will either way the LFX migration will not be immediate. We could update the guideline and then have those measures in the meantime.
Which
Because
guideline?
the Zoom guideline, and add specifically prohibit the AI note takers.
Yeah, we can do that. I mean, that could happen at any point because not everyone is going to be migrating to LFX immediately too. So
Correct.
we should definitely do that. And I had wrote something on my phone about that, and then of course I didn't hit submit, and now it's gone. So I will go rehash that.
Are any of you Zoom admins? And not saying to like push you to do this now, but I would just want to know, do you know if that's possible to enforce any CAPTCHA or only authenticated users under the admin panel?
I can look.
Yeah, just tell me if that's even possible.
Let's see, so
Because CAPTCHA will be a good start, but the idea will be like everyone should be authenticated.
Well, I mean, if we're eventually moving to the LFX system, then that already enforces that.
Yes. That's the thing, like let's say we got it for SIG ContribEx, but then we're gonna have the rest of SIGs dealing with the note takers issue.
I mean, I actually will say weirdly for the NCD meetings, we never actually got around to putting the passcode in the invite. And as a result, we haven't had any AI note takers.
Nice.
Just the simple fact that people have to put in the 777 has effectively blocked all AI note takers.
That's kind of a great idea.
Yes, and I didn't thought about that.
Because I mean, like the AI note takers, the way they work is you just put them on your calendar and then they automatically join events on your calendar.
Yes.
So they're not looking for any extra steps. Like if somebody was actually using an agent and programming it, then they could have it join anything they could join. But that's not what people are doing.
Was something like, do you program for your meetings, or that's something that comes from like there are any policies in Zoom?
Yeah, it exists, but it's usually when people set up the calendar invites, they embed the passcode in the link, which means that if you have the link, then you don't actually manually enter the passcode.
Well, that's a new idea, Chris.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's an inconvenience for new people because they might not know where the notes are. But
yeah, I wouldn't do it for NCO, but for ours, yes.
Yeah. I'm fine with that, and I could even edit the calendar now. Apparently, too. I've been granted access to things in 1Password. So,
one thing I will point out is I proposed a number of times that we should actually have it clearly stated somewhere in our contributor documentation that AI note takers are prohibited, because we do not. So we can't even blame people for setting this up because we haven't told them that they're not supposed to.
Yes.
Correct. Where is the right place for that?
There is some guidelines markdown.
Yeah.
For admins, for moderators, or for everybody?
Yeah.
I mean, where I would put it is actually two places. I mean, one is I would put it wherever our general sort of Zoom and meeting guidelines are. And then second, I would write a block of text for each SIG to include in their own meeting notes, because often what they're sharing around is the notes page that they can put at the top of the notes saying, hey, for privacy reasons, AI note takers are prohibited.
Check this link, Josh. I think this is what the one you mean. I see there's calendar guidelines, and it talks about that description.
Yeah. I'm just saying the other place to put it, and the place that it would reach more people, would be like, for our meeting is at the top of the meeting notes where we have, the connection information. We also put a couple of lines that say that AI note takers are prohibited. Yes. Because that's the thing that more people are going to see. And then we share that around with the other leads and say, hey, here's something to actually put in your notes. Because, it won't get everybody, because some people, like a lot of people, actually just turn their AI note taker loose on their entire calendar without thinking about it. But some people will read it, and then I'll cut down on it. Yeah. Yeah.
So we need to add a blurb, make a suggestion.
Yeah. Yep.
We need to add a blurb in the Zoom guidelines doc. We need to make a suggestion to other SIGs to do a blurb in their notes files.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then put that on the agenda for, tech leads meeting, etc.
Okay. I will.
All right.
Take a note.
Sorry, I needed to drop out because it's evening and I had contractors and they had a question.
Okay.
So you covered, so LFX, TBD, talking to LFX folks will still take some time. You talked about the Zoom guidelines. To be honest, Chris, I believe SIG architecture automation is also broken.
Oh, there's a bunch that are broken.
Yeah.
It's just there. Here's the thing. We have this problem. Lots of groups in the project have their own Zoom accounts. Those are not centralized anywhere. So the Zoom admins on an ad hoc basis have to go ask for those usernames and passwords to set up their automation.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they break for reasons, another Zoom admin might not be able to pick it up and fix it.
Yeah.
So,
I need to get on the SIG etcd one, because apparently it's broken, and that's actually on the old CNCF system.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Well, because there was a delay in getting new Zoom accounts for SIG etcd, and by the time we got them, we were talking about moving to LFX, so we were going to wait. But then we're not moving to LFX immediately, so I mean, SIG etcd still volunteers to be one of the first SIGs to move to LFX when that happens. But in the meantime, publishing videos is broken again. So
yeah.
And
I started working on it yesterday, and I didn't have the access I needed. The other thing is, apparently there's like a centralized Google Drive that none of us have access to as well. So we can set up the automation, but if something in that chain breaks because of a file name change or something like that, it's very hard to investigate. So
the other problem that we have is that I think a lot of stuff is still linked to a single private account of one of the maintainers.
Oh, great.
Hopefully it's a current maintainer and not somebody who left the project 5 years ago.
It's a current maintainer, but the maintainer is largely inactive. He's still around, but he's not that easy to reach.
Who?
Yeah.
Who is it?
I'm trying to remember the name. That's why I'm dancing around the name, because
okay, got it.
I know who I know the person. I see the person's face in front of me, but the name slipped my mind.
Okay. I mean, for Slack moderation, we're still dependent on Catherine's old account as kind of a utility account for the Slack bots.
Nice. Very nice.
So even though she hasn't been in the project since 2020, she's still very much present on Slack. Well, she is the whole reason we have the contributor awards.
Right.
I originally created the contributor awards just because I wanted to give her an award. So but mostly for doing all of that Slack stuff. But yeah, I mean, the good thing is, oh, by the way, speaking of Slack and Slack moderation, Simon, are you still here or did you drop off?
I don't see him.
Simon is still here.
Oh, looks like you dropped off. I was gonna ask. Okay, I'll bug him by Slack. I was gonna.
Okay, I'm here. No, I'm here.
Okay. Right. What is the current blocker to deploying the moderation on Kubernetes careers?
Okay. I think the last time we had a Zoom meeting in the private Slack admin, we wanted to make it go live, but we understood during the meeting, we confirmed that we have to leverage the Slack API to delete inappropriate messages. So I opened, there's a PR in Slack infra that I've opened. So once it's merged, I would be able to make that go live. Yeah.
Okay.
And secondly, the welcome bot, it's meant to be functioning right now. The issue there is that because of the old one, the container image that I think Chris also have a PR. The PR in the Slack infra is merged. We'll be able to have a new container image. So if I update it in the SIG infra, we'll be able to have the welcome bot functioning. So that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
And Pro has not been reporting to Slack a long time ago. And I spoke to I worked with Mohammed, I think the SIG Kate lead, and I think we'll fix that. I had approvals from the Slack admins, and we had to create build a new app. And I think Pro right now is sending messages back to Slack. I think that's all for what we're doing right now.
Okay.
All right.
We have 1 minute.
We have 1 minute. Anything related to elections? I will skip over GitHub management first.
Well, the initial comms were sent, and the reminder that the election is gonna start is already scheduled for, I think, this week. So we're covered for the comms for this month already.
All right. Any last famous open mic things that can fit into under 60 seconds? If not, I wish you all.
Sorry, Mario. The last time we spoke, you said you would open a thread on K8.
I haven't done it yet.
Oh, okay.
And anything else? If not, thank you everyone, first and foremost, and I wish you all a pleasant Wednesday evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are.
Peace.
Bye-bye.